Greetings, my name is Dr. Bob Barrett. I'm with the University of Maryland Global Campus School of Business. I teach online there for the past 22 years, going on 23 now. And what I'm going to be speaking on today is creating intergenerational workforce teams to strengthen collaboration and technological inquiry in an age of artificial intelligence and changing workforce and crisis management. It's interesting that I would be talking about this because in my first master's program at the sister campus, I should say, of the University of Maryland, right across from the parking lot, I started my first beginning research on artificial intelligence in the late 1980s. Little did I know that I would be here many years later discussing artificial intelligence, whereas I also teach artificial intelligence courses during the day in my main university. So let me get started here. So the workplace has changed. Generations of workers are still needed to help meet the GPU and overall organization, or GDP, gross domestic product, for many organizations. However, with the loss of workers due to the pandemic and baby boomers retiring, we have a shrinking workforce that was discussed by the Hudson Institute back in the late 1980s, where they said that there would be three expanding groups that we would keep an eye on: immigrants, women, and minorities. And thus, what they predicted back then did come true. Those are the predominant areas where we need to draw upon workers, because we've lost a lot of workers over this period of the past few years. So, as you can see here, in each one of our workforces, we have different types of generations. And as a result, some need a little bit more coaching, mentoring, and some do not. Some can provide it also within groups and teams. That's why team collaboration is more important today than ever before. It should be noted that many HR, human resource management programs, are not the same. And let me repeat, not all human resource programs that students enroll in are the same to prepare them to become HR managers, specialists, or generalists. A generalist is basically somebody that does everything in an organization in order to take care of HR needs. I've worked at many different HR programs, and they all do vary. A lot of them, it depends on the type of departmental impact, the amount of money and funds that they're going to be using, and the type of employees, such as the professors, their knowledge and skills, what they can bring to the classroom. In the 5 generations of workers, we have the silent generation, baby boomers, Generation X, millenniums, and now Generation Z. We have all these that are in there right now. And many of the baby boomers, which we thought would leave when they retired, we had to bring them back due to the pandemic because we needed their skill sets. And we needed them to fill in some of the positions. Also, one of the other things that we should note here is that when people leave, they leave with what we call institutional memory. And with institutional memory, there's a problem. Unless their memories or their experiences or lessons learned or best practices that were created were documented in some form of knowledge management, it disappears. And as a result, when organizations may face the same thing, they have to reinvent the wheel or go through the same issues again, spend more time and money, where this could be solved if people would collaborate, work as teams, and share the knowledge. COVID-19 impact here, the Jeffrey Sachs, an academic from Columbia University, marked that we lost 650,000 Americans at that time. Actually, we found out in the year 2022, we've lost more than 1 million. And that number may be incorrect, because a lot of states, such as Florida, prevented the distribution of numbers to be measured accurately. So therefore, we have to more or less adjust the number because it could be larger. As a result, that did impact the workforce. We are social creatures. We need to interact with our colleagues, whether we're doing remote work. And with remote work, we learned how to use tools such as Zoom, Teams, and other type of social media, such as Twitter, Facebook, WeChat, Line, WhatsApp, different applications. So that would help keep us together, and so we could keep in contact. As a online teacher for over 24 years, just in online learning, not counting my face-to-face learning, I've learned how to use a lot of different tools, and now I'm emphasizing more use of artificial intelligence. Training is very important. Artificial intelligence doesn't happen. You get applications, you've got to try them out. But however, with the different applications, there could be hallucinations, false information, just like in Wikipedia. There could be problems. You get what you pay for, and we have to keep that in mind as HR managers and leaders. Artificial intelligence movement is here. It's not going to disappear. It's getting stronger. Back in the late 1980s, when I first did research in this area, I had no idea that it would grow. And it did slowly. I learned some of the applications back then in programming. Now you don't even have to know all that, because a lot of it will do the programming and adjustments and creation of logos and pictures and even music. So we need to keep in mind there's a lot of changes going on, and teachers as well as students need to learn a lot more than what they anticipated in the years past. And let me sum up here, because we have a limited time when we can present the information, as you can read from my papers. Artificial intelligence has now developed at a faster rate than what we ever thought it would. And one of the things that we have to keep in mind is we have to nurture the environment, nurture the worker, nurture the process, the policies, and the best practices. And we have to take a look at lessons learned and find out what we can do to help with these generational teams, and how we can best equip them with AI tools and help them in the collaborative process in order to meet organizational goals. Thank you.